Hello, this video is about those languages which I don't speak, and to give it some structure I have chosen to show my book collection, which I'm looking at in this moment and which you will see in a moment when I turn the camera the other way. I have already shown books about the grammars, dictionaries about those languages which I'm illustrated in my videos, but of course I have also bought some books as souvenirs, and often books about language which I probably never will learn. There's a limit to what you can do in one lifetime, and I have bought books about more languages than I can cope with. Nevertheless, in some cases I bought books, for instance about Greek or Russian, long ago in the 70s, which I didn't believe I would ever need, but they have turned out to be very useful later. Some of the old Teach Yourself books were excellent, and the new ones are not quite as excellent, just thicker. So I'm glad I've got some of the old ones. I will show the books according to groups, because I've organized my book collection like that, and I'll be speaking only in English, for the simple reason that these are the languages which I don't speak. And there would be no idea in complicating things by speaking, for instance, French when I speak about French, Bulgarian grammar or something like that. Let's see how this will work out. Okay, I've got my Slavic collection here. Russian from here to there. And these books about Slavic languages which I don't speak yet. I will learn them. Serbian, and this is Croatian. I have read one book in Serbian, and that's the guide to the Bio, the zoological garden of Beograd. But I'm not going to learn the Slavic languages here before my Russian has become somewhat better. So this is Serbian, this is Croatian, a big Croatian dictionary which I bought in a little shop, in a bookshop at our university. It has been closed down, but it was only with Slavic languages. Kratki engelski rečnik by Školska knjiga Sakal. Czech, Polish, and here Bulgarian. And this is something as weird as a dictionario italiano bulgaro-italiano. But I've checked it, it's not bad. But of course it's not enough, so I've got a little one, English Bulgarian also, from something called Lingua. And of course it's not enough. The only grammar I've got about Bulgarian is this in French by Jacques Feuillet. I have read it through, and it's an interesting language. I'm looking very much forward to learning that language. And the big green one, Tons, German, Polish dictionary. All Germans will know this series. It is excellent. Now another. This is a course. I don't use many textbooks. This is bought, maybe in the 80s, sometimes like that. I don't know. I don't use course books for the simple reason I prefer reading grammars, using dictionaries, and then real text. Textbooks are only for getting very simple text until you can get something better. And with the arrival of the Google Translate, I've got something that can open up more difficult text, and then my textbooks will become even more irrelevant. So far, grammars of these languages. There's one here. I've got some grammars from this book, and also here. No, not that one. This one. These are all from Routledge. Routledge have got some excellent grammars. This is comprehensive, and these here are essential grammars, but the difference is not very big. Those grammars are in English, of course, but they cover a lot of languages, and I have yet to find one that isn't very clear, very crisp in the typography, and really good. So I buy them for when I see them. The big one here, that's another thing I bought in the little bookstore I told you about, Slavica, Bloomington, Indiana, from 2002, A Grammar of Contemporary Polish by Oskar Swan. I'm looking forward to using it. This was Czech and this was, of course, Serbian. And some old books here, language guide in Danish, but from Berlitz, things like that. Language guide can be useful. So far my Slavic collection. Below here we've got all the Romance languages. We've got Portuguese there, we've got French there, we've got Italian there, and we've got Spanish there, and it continues here. Old French, Provençal, Romanian, and down here English. And as you can see, my English collection is not very big. I have a big dictionary somewhere. I never use it. It's too cumbersome to use. Icelandic on here, Norwegian, and this is Swedish. Then we have German behind me, and Dutch, Afrikaans, Latin, Esperanto, Greek up here, and I haven't mentioned Romanian already. Catalan there. Okay, that covers the languages I've already used in my videos, plus one more which isn't here, but second. My books about Bahasa, the two Bahasas. But let's see what's left. Okay, up here we've got some Asiatic languages. This is Tagalog or Filipino. Tagalog is actually the language spoken around Manila, but it has got the role of a common language for the Philippines under the name of Filipino, earlier Filipino. I'm going to learn that maybe. I had already studied some of the grammar, and as you can see, I have a lot of small dictionaries, but those dictionaries turned out not to be sufficient to understand simple texts. So I put that away, and now I'm maybe better prepared after having learned some Bahasa. But let's see what is left. This is Finnish-Danish dictionary. And of course the Finland is part of Nordic countries, so they are in our league, as you can say, but the language is totally outside. It is not even an Indo-European language. It will be a hard thing to learn it. I am very tempted, but just not now. Finnish here, and its companion on Hungarian there. Two small dictionaries, French Hungarian, one here, English Hungarian, and a grammar in French about Hungarian. This is actually a book about Denmark, Dania, in Hungarian. So those are waiting for me. We continue. We just skip the little one here, except let's just notice this is Le Hongrois de Poche by Asimil, the only Asimil book in my collection. Something about Hungarian in Italian. As I said, I have bought books just for fun, sometimes as souvenirs. This is by Berlitz. Here, something more special. This is Basque. Basque grammar. I know there are bigger grammars here, but this one by Christiane Bendel will be everything I need to know about Basque until I learn it, and a little more. We continue the strange language. Of course, Basque is, as somebody has said, maybe connected to the language in the Caucasus area. So here we've got Parlons Gyrosian, and it has got those weird and funny letters. I could read the alphabet once, I've forgotten it, but actually I'm not sure I will ever learn that again. This book should not be here, but it is here just because it's a little too high. It's about the Malgache. As you know, the people in Madagascar are really not in the language groups of Africa. Their language is connected with that of, for instance, Indonesia and the Philippines. So it should really be here, in this group here. So it goes there. Continue. Mandarin and a little Thai and Japanese. It's not sorted Vietnamese here. I don't use those books much. I cannot read the alphabet, and I cannot read especially the writing of Chinese. So it's just souvenirs, so far at least. We go down to the next row here. Maybe we should just have a look over here for the last big books. These three, okay. Or actually, those four books here. This is an English-Albanian dictionary, which I bought in Kosovo a few years ago for 15 euro. And I cannot read the language, but it looks promising. This is a little language guide, and this is a collection of anecdotes, so I have something to start on. Albanisch as Fremdsprache. And this book is irritating. There is a CD and a lot of things. It's midway between being a grammar and a textbook, and that's a combination I don't like. I want a pure grammar, and I don't want to waste my time looking on drills and things like that when I want to learn about grammar. So they should keep it separate. But it's the one I could find about Albanian grammar. It's on my list. It's not on my list for learning right now, but maybe. I also had a little Irish grammar. I just told you I didn't like combinations of grammars and textbooks. This is exactly that. It's called Irish grammar. It's part of the teach yourself family, but what can you say about grammar where the declensions of the nouns is relegated to an appendix, while the book is full of drills? But it's the only one I've got. Well, even the Irish don't speak some Danish books there. We continue here. Breton. This group of books here is interesting for another reason. It's the German series Kauderwelsch. No, this is the Rough Guide. This is Kauderwelsch, the Guide of Kauderwelsch. They have got a lot of books about German dialects, but also languages. Over here, for instance, I have got something about Hindi in that series. And Azerbaijan, that's a Turkish language, so Turkish is just beside it. Arabian, and those other small, there's some African languages here. And Swahili here, teach yourself in an old edition. Another old edition about Samoan, Quechua, and strange things. Japanese, and I have also a little Chinese dictionary somewhere. Oh, oh, too many little things. This in the red cover. This is a language which I probably won't ever try to learn, because that writing will drive me mad, and I'm sure I'll get blind before I can read all those small drawings. I think that has covered what I've got here, and it has also covered what I have to do the next couple of years. Goodbye.